Hello, it is currently 9:06. Let's study Korean today. It's been a while since I've studied Korean on this channel, so let's study today. I think I finally figured out actual good studying method and note-taking method, so I can share that with you guys, and hopefully it will be helpful for you to see it. First of all, I just use a notebook, and this is a brand new notebook because, this is my old English notebook. Dang, that's so whack. We're using this notebook, this new notebook for studying, and I'll show you how I take notes and stuff. Let's start. So first of all, the first question that everyone probably has is, how do you study? I use two websites, Talk to Me in Korean and howtostudykorean.com. They're both very good websites. I used to only use Talk to Me in Korean, but then I realized that they both have a lot to offer, and it's good to have the information come from two different sources so that it can be explained in two different ways in order to develop deeper understanding. I hope this makes sense. Anyway, earlier today, I'm trying to catch up on a little bit of the studies that I missed. So earlier today I studied on howtostudykorean.com. So right now I'm going to use talktomeinkorean.com, and I'm on level 6, lesson number 4. And the lesson is on, do you mind if? And sometimes I will listen to the podcast, sometimes I won't. Today I might just listen to a little bit of it and then read the PDF thing, because with How to Study Korean, it's just textbook learning type of thing. No audio learning. With Talk to Me in Korean, for the more difficult concepts, I think it's good to listen to the podcast that they do and then also read the PDF. But maybe I'll just listen to a little bit of it, and I think it might be loud.
You're listening to Talk to Me in Korean. Thank you for studying with Talk to Me in Korean. For more Korean lessons and our textbooks, please visit talktomeinkorean.com.
오케이, 알겠습니다. 자, 잘 들었어요? 그래서 이제 쓸게요. Now that I've listened to it, I will take the notes on the lesson, and the first thing that I do is pick a highlighter color. I have so many highlighters. Ooh, it looks pretty all together. This color, I think, this purple. So at the top of my page right here, I will write the number of the lesson and then what it's on, just basically what they have it as. Hopefully I will include some B-roll of close-ups of this so it will make sense. Yeah, don't forget to do that, Danny. Okay, so this is level 6, lesson number 4. So 6, 4, and it's called Do You Mind If I? Okay, so the first thing that I write is usually, it depends on which is more difficult, and which I want to see first. So I will either write the conjugation of it or the meaning of things. So this lesson has 4 different ways to say, do you mind if blank? So I'm gonna put the conjugations first, and then the meanings second, and I will write it in, I'll write it in a different color pen so that it's catches my eye more. With this specific lesson, I think that I will just kind of follow how it goes in the PDF because that makes a lot of sense to me. Most of the time I'll start with the conjugation, then move to the meaning, and then pick like any important concepts that I need to remember, such as like irregulars or like additional meanings, if that makes sense, situations in which this would come up, and then I'll move into sample sentences after. But this one I'm just going to pretty much follow exactly what I see on my laptop from the top to the bottom. So let's go. I use a lot of colors to help me be able to concentrate more, just because I feel like if the text and my notes are all the same color, then I'm like, where do I start, you know? So I think it's really helpful to use a lot of highlighters, a lot of different colored pens, and kind of stick with like, okay, if I use a red pen, then it's like a really important concept that I need to take note on. And if I use this gray highlighter, it's like the start of a new concept, you know? Does that make sense? I don't know. This is what I have so far. So I have a conjugation meaning. The first one, verb stem, yo, toyo. I didn't put the to. Oh, that ruins the aesthetic of everything. So I have literal meaning just for like, I don't know, sometimes that helps. A little bit definition of tuta. I already know it, but it's good to have that there, you know. Now we're on to the next one, which is verb stem yo do 괜찮아요, which I mean I already know how to I already know what this means, but it's good to write things down even if you already know them. I don't know if you can see it. It's so good. So good. Right, so now that I'm done taking the notes, I'll show you kind of better and close up how everything looks. So at the top of the page there is the title of the lesson, conjugations and meanings, the first definition, second, third, and fourth meaning. Meanings are the first things that go under the kind of like initial header, you know? And you can kind of see how everything looks here. I've got an example there. Let me show you another page that I wrote just so I can show you kind of like how they look, how they differ, I guess. So here's my old one that I just finished. Alright, so this is kind of a typical one right here. This is the title, basic conjugation right here, important conjugation notice, telling myself all of that. Examples. This is pretty much straight from the PDF right here. Just the most important stuff that I find the most helpful, I guess. just like some general, these are like some general definitions used in the full conjugation thing that might be helpful to look back on. And then we have sample sentences here at the bottom, messed up. But yes, and sometimes I'll try and come up with like a majority of my own sentences, and for those I will not provide any translations because I came up with them myself, so I shouldn't need the translations. And if it's a really easy sentence, then I also will not provide myself with any translations, but if I think I might need it, then I'll put the translations. But yes, that's kind of what typical note taking for me looks like. As for studying vocabulary, because that's equally as important as the grammar concepts, and it's really hard because there's just so many words to memorize, but I use Quizlet and I make my own flashcards. So here you can see level 1 vocabulary. This is not even all the terms, but there's 110. But Quizlet is really good. They make it fun, kind of like fun, and they make it really easy. So I'll just do that. Korea versus 한국 사람. Oh, I don't know that. Yes, it's just what I use. Let's do match. 18 seconds is my best. See if I can beat that. Start game. 이따. I should drag it. Oh, frick. 정확히 moon is dark. Sindak restaurant. You train your child to cross. Ha! 15.2 seconds. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe I just did that. Anyway. Anywho, that is how I study Korean by myself at my home. Sometimes late at night, sometimes early in the morning. Yes, I hope that this video was helpful. No matter what language you're learning, no matter what you're learning in general, this way of note-taking is really helpful in my opinion and really good, so hopefully this could help you in some way. Obviously, along with all this, it's important to consume media in whatever language you're trying to learn. So, thank you for watching as always, and I'll see you very soon in my next one. Bye! Dumpling light.